Our journey begins in the fertile ground of the 1960s, a decade of social upheaval and burgeoning scientific ambition. It was a time when humanity looked towards the stars with a mixture of hope and trepidation. It was during this cultural maelstrom that French author Pierre Boulle penned a novel that would become a cornerstone of science fiction. Published in 1963, La Planète des Singes, Planet of the Apes, painted a disturbing yet captivating picture, a world where apes had ascended to the pinnacle of evolution, while humans devolved into a primitive, subservient species. In 1968, visionary director Franklin J. Schaffner brought Boulle's chilling vision to life on the silver screen. Planet of the Apes captivated audiences not just with its groundbreaking makeup effects, but with its thought-provoking narrative. The film masterfully weaved together themes of social commentary, questioning the foundations of human nature and societal structures. The ending, a gut-wrenching reveal of the half-buried Statue of Liberty, left audiences pondering the fragility of civilization and the cyclical nature of history. What followed was a wave of sequels that further explored the dystopian world Boulle and Schaffner had created. These films tackled themes of political intrigue, religious fanaticism, and the struggle for survival in a world where humanity had lost its dominance. While the quality varied, they served as a testament to the enduring appeal of the Planet of the Apes universe, constantly prompting viewers to question their own place in the food chain of evolution. The franchise went into hibernation for a period after the 1970s, but not before a 2001 attempt at a big-budget remake by Tim Burton. This visually stunning film, with Mark Wahlberg in the lead, offered a fresh perspective on the story. However, some felt it lacked the social commentary bite of the originals, focusing more on spectacle than on thought-provoking themes. Then, in 2011, a spark reignited the narrative flames. Rise of the Planet of the Apes emerged as a triumphant return to form, using groundbreaking CGI to create a Caesar, the chimpanzee leader, who was both intellectually profound and emotionally resonant. Played with captivating nuance by Andy Serkis, Caesar became the heart of the new narrative. This wasn't just a simple retread of the familiar dystopia. This was a prequel, a story that delved into the origins of the ape-dominated future, showcasing the events that led to the rise of a legend, Caesar. Released in 2011, Rise of the Planet of the Apes represented a bold reimagining of the origins of the ape civilization, departing from the traditional narrative trajectory established in the original film series. Directed by Rupert Wyatt and featuring a screenplay by Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver, the film breathed new life into the franchise by weaving together elements of science fiction, social commentary, and intimate character drama. One of the most striking aspects of Rise of the Planet of the Apes was its revolutionary use of motion capture technology to bring its simian protagonists to life. Led by the incomparable Andy Serkis as Caesar, a genetically enhanced chimpanzee imbued with heightened intelligence, emotion, and agency, the film pushed the boundaries of what was possible in terms of performance capture and digital effects. Serkis' portrayal of Caesar was nothing short of revelatory, imbuing the character with a rich complexity and depth that transcended the confines of traditional filmmaking. Through his nuanced performance, viewers were able to witness the evolution of Caesar from a curious and innocent young ape to a charismatic leader, driven by a potent mixture of compassion, loyalty, and righteous fury. Beyond its technical achievements, Rise of the Planet of the Apes distinguished itself through its thought-provoking exploration of themes such as scientific hubris, animal rights, and the ethical implications of genetic engineering. At its core, the film served as a cautionary tale about the dangers of playing God and the unforeseen consequences that can arise from tampering with the natural order of things. Central to the film's success was its ability to imbue its non-human characters with a sense of empathy and relatability, challenging audiences to reconsider their preconceived notions about the divide between humanity and the animal kingdom. By positioning Caesar as the emotional heart of the story, Rise of the Planet of the Apes invited viewers to empathize with his struggles, triumphs, and ultimately, his quest for freedom and self-determination. In addition to its thematic depth and technical prowess, Rise of the Planet of the Apes also distinguished itself through its riveting action sequences, breathtaking visual effects, and tautly paced narrative. From the thrilling escape from the primate sanctuary to the climactic showdown on the Golden Gate Bridge, the film delivered pulse-pounding excitement while never losing sight of its character-driven focus. Ultimately, Rise of the Planet of the Apes succeeded not only as a compelling piece of entertainment but also as a profound meditation on the nature of identity, belonging, and the enduring power of the human spirit. By daring to chart new territory within the Planet of the Apes mythos, the film cemented its status as a modern classic and set the stage for the ambitious sequels that would follow. As we reflect on the legacy of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, we are reminded of its enduring impact on the cinematic landscape and its timeless relevance in an ever-changing world. From its groundbreaking technology to its thought-provoking themes, this film stands as a testament to the power of storytelling to captivate, challenge, and inspire audiences across generations. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, released in 2014, emerges as a masterful continuation of the saga, building upon the foundations laid by its predecessor while charting bold new territory in terms of storytelling, character development, and visual spectacle. Directed by Matt Reeves and once again featuring the unparalleled motion capture performance of Andy Serkis as Caesar, the film stands as a towering achievement in modern science fiction cinema. At its core, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes explores the precarious balance between peace and conflict, empathy and aggression, as two disparate civilizations, human and ape, struggle to coexist in a world ravaged by disease and decay. Set a decade after the events of Rise, the film plunges viewers into a world where humanity teeters on the brink of extinction, while Caesar and his fellow apes have forged a thriving society in the forests outside of San Francisco. One of the most striking aspects of Dawn is its nuanced portrayal of both human and ape characters, blurring the lines between hero and villain, ally and adversary. Through its deftly drawn characters and morally complex narrative, the film challenges audiences to confront their own biases and preconceptions, ultimately asking whether true harmony between species is possible or merely a fleeting illusion. Central to the film's success is its exploration of themes such as trust, betrayal, and the cyclical nature of violence, as tensions escalate between humans and apes, fueled by fear, misunderstanding, and the specter of past traumas. Against this backdrop of simmering conflict, Caesar finds himself torn between his desire for peace and his duty to protect his own kind, leading to a series of decisions that will shape the fate of both civilizations. In addition to its rich thematic tapestry, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes also dazzles with its breathtaking visual effects, immersive world-building, and epic action sequences. From the intricately detailed ape society to the hauntingly beautiful ruins of human civilization, the film transports viewers to a post-apocalyptic landscape teeming with life, danger, and untold possibilities. But perhaps the film's greatest achievement lies in its ability to elicit genuine emotion and empathy from its audience, particularly through the character of Caesar. Once again portrayed with soulful depth and nuance by Andy Serkis, Caesar emerges as a truly Shakespearean figure, a leader torn between his sense of duty to his own kind and his yearning for a better, more hopeful future. As we reflect on the legacy of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, we are reminded of its timeless relevance and enduring impact on the science fiction genre. From its thought-provoking themes to its groundbreaking visual effects, this film stands as a towering achievement in cinematic storytelling, inviting viewers to ponder the complexities of human nature and the bonds that unite us all. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, released in 2014, continues the story with a sophisticated blend of emotional depth and visual splendor, pushing the boundaries of what a science fiction film can achieve. Directed by Matt Reeves, this second installment in the reboot series takes place 10 years after the events of Rise of the Planet of the Apes. The simian flu pandemic has decimated human populations, leading to the collapse of civilization as we know it. Meanwhile, Caesar, portrayed with extraordinary nuance by Andy Serkis through revolutionary motion capture technology, has established a burgeoning ape society in the forests near San Francisco. The film delves deep into the complexities of coexistence, portraying the fragile peace between humans and apes with a rare sophistication. As the story unfolds, we see both species grappling with their survival instincts and ethical dilemmas, creating a narrative that is as intellectually stimulating as it is visually arresting. Central to Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is its exploration of leadership, trust, and the cycle of violence. Caesar's character arc is particularly compelling, as he navigates the treacherous waters of maintaining harmony within his community while facing external threats. His interactions with the human characters, especially Malcolm, played by Jason Clarke, highlight the potential for understanding and cooperation between the two species. However, this fragile peace is continually tested by mistrust and the scars of past traumas, embodied by antagonists on both sides. The film skillfully blurs the lines between heroism and villainy, illustrating that both humans and apes are capable of noble and destructive actions. This moral ambiguity is a hallmark of the film, inviting audiences to reflect on their own prejudices and the nature of conflict. Visually, Dawn is a triumph. The CGI used to create the ape characters is breathtakingly realistic, allowing for a level of emotional expressiveness that grounds the fantastical elements of the story in palpable reality. The post-apocalyptic world is depicted with haunting beauty, from the overgrown ruins of human cities to the intricately designed ape village. Action sequences, such as the climactic battle on the Golden Gate Bridge, are both thrilling and laden with emotional stakes, ensuring that the spectacle serves the story rather than overshadowing it. The film's score, composed by Michael Giacchino, further enhances the emotional weight of the narrative, blending orchestral swells with more intimate motifs to underscore the personal and collective struggles of its characters. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is more than just a sequel, it is a profound meditation on power, empathy, and the possibility of redemption. By presenting a world where apes and humans are both victims and perpetrators, the film challenges viewers to reconsider their assumptions about the other. It is a story about the search for common ground amidst chaos, the fight against the instinct to destroy what we don't understand, and the hope that even in the darkest times, bridges can be built. Through its masterful storytelling, stunning visual effects, and deeply human performances from its non-human characters, Dawn cements its place as a significant work in the realm of speculative fiction, resonating with contemporary themes of division and reconciliation. War for the Planet of the Apes. War for the Planet of the Apes, the 2017 concluding chapter of the trilogy, directed by Matt Reeves, brings the epic saga to a powerful and emotionally charged close. The film dives deeper into the character of Caesar, the emotionally complex leader of the Ape Rebellion. Played once again by the unparalleled Andy Serkis, Caesar's journey in war is one of profound personal transformation and tragic sacrifice. The narrative picks up as Caesar and his followers are drawn into an all-out conflict with a ruthless human military faction led by the enigmatic colonel, portrayed with chilling intensity by Woody Harrelson. This confrontation is not just a battle for survival but a philosophical clash between the remnants of human civilization and the rising ape society, each fighting for their vision of the future. Thematically, War for the Planet of the Apes explores the brutal realities of conflict and the heavy toll it exacts on leaders and followers alike. Caesar's character arc is deeply Shakespearean, filled with internal strife as he grapples with his desire for revenge against the colonel, who has inflicted devastating personal losses upon him. This struggle reflects broader questions about the nature of vengeance and justice, as Caesar's journey mirrors that of a tragic hero caught between his duty to his people and his own moral compass. The film delves into themes of forgiveness, the consequences of hatred, and the possibility of peace in a world seemingly condemned to perpetual conflict. It is a narrative rich with ethical dilemmas and poignant moments, underscored by the apes' quest for a promised land where they can live free from human persecution. Visually, War is a masterpiece of cinematic art. The motion capture technology reaches new heights, with the apes rendered in breathtaking detail that captures every nuance of their performances. The film's landscapes are both majestic and desolate, reflecting the apocalyptic stakes of the story. The battle scenes are intense and meticulously choreographed, but it is the quieter moments that resonate most deeply. The film balances large-scale action with intimate character-driven scenes, such as the poignant interactions between Caesar and the young mute girl Nova, played by Amaya Miller, which highlight the possibility of empathy and understanding amidst the chaos of war. Michael Giacchino's score once again provides a powerful emotional undercurrent, enhancing the film's epic scope while also bringing out the personal struggles of its characters. The haunting melodies and sweeping orchestral pieces add depth to the narrative, making the story's climactic moments even more impactful. The film's direction, cinematography, and visual effects work in harmony to create a world that is both fantastical and grounded, allowing the audience to fully immerse themselves in the apes' plight. War for the Planet of the Apes stands as a testament to the power of storytelling in science fiction. It is a film that dares to ask difficult questions about humanity, leadership, and the price of survival. By the time the credits roll, viewers are left with a sense of closure and reflection, having witnessed the culmination of Caesar's epic journey. This final chapter not only concludes the trilogy with grandeur and gravitas but also leaves a lasting impression about the enduring struggle for dignity and freedom. Through its masterful combination of narrative depth, visual innovation, and emotional resonance, War for the Planet of the Apes cements its place as a modern classic in the genre, echoing its themes and messages long after the screen fades to black. Hollywood has long had a penchant for reviving and rebooting beloved franchises, often with the primary motive of capitalizing on nostalgia and the established fan base. This trend has seen many classic films and series brought back to life, sometimes with mixed results. The driving force behind these reboots is usually financial, as studios aim to leverage familiar names and beloved stories to generate box office success. This approach, however, raises questions about the creative integrity and originality of these projects. Are these reboots merely cash grabs, or do they bring something genuinely new and meaningful to the table? In the case of the Planet of the Apes franchise, this question takes on particular significance. The original series, with its thought-provoking themes and groundbreaking storytelling, left an indelible mark on the science fiction genre. The 2001 remake by Tim Burton, despite its visual flair, was criticized for prioritizing spectacle over substance. It wasn't until the 2011 reboot with Rise of the Planet of the Apes that the franchise truly found its footing again. This new trilogy, culminating in War for the Planet of the Apes, demonstrated a profound respect for the source material while exploring fresh and relevant themes, suggesting that not all reboots are created equal. As we move forward, the question remains, does Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes follow this trend of meaningful reinvention, or does it fall into the trap of being a mere cash grab?